Hi, and thank you so much for attending the Your Own Universe, the Energy Inside class. I'm Dr. Anita Powell, and I know you guys, some of you know me, some of you don't, and I'm so excited about sharing this information. Now, Your Own Universe, the Energy Inside, what we're going to be doing is talking about different things of the energy of everything. Okay, now before we get started, again, welcome to Your Own Universe, the Energy Inside. And just a quick disclaimer, just want to share with you that at no point of this information, in part or in total, none of this information is to be used to diagnose, get seem as a prognosis for any type of mental, emotional, psychological, physiological health care, either allopathic, traditional, complementary, environmental, and integrative. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you. With energy, we all know that everything is energy. You know, Einstein said, match the frequency of the energy match the frequency with the reality that you want, and it can be no other way than to get it, because everything is energy and it vibrates. Now, energy, the definition of energy is the capacity to do the work and the ability to change things. Now, I want to share with you the elements of energy, because I thought about, I was thinking about sharing this information and how everything is energy. And then I thought about how, when we talk about wellness, and if we do not incorporate well-being, then the information is incomplete. We must incorporate everything within the structure of whole, heal, and harmonize. So anyway, these are the elements of energy. All right. Now, what's before the AMCTO, that represents the pure energy. Before we were matter energy, formed energy, we were pure energy. And that represents the pure energy, black, white, which is no color. Okay. AMCTO represents atom, molecule, cell, tissue, organ. And I learned that when I was going through massage therapy. Now, the elements of energy contains chemical, electrical, radiant, mechanical, nuclear, and thermal. Now, with the electrical energy, of course, the chemical energy, we know we have different chemicals, and one is such as our oxygen. That's the chemical, what we breathe in and out of us. The electrical, the synapse and the neurons and the protons within our brain, within, the neurons and the activity that goes on inside of our brain with the gray and white matter and all of that within the central nervous system, including the spine. The radiant information, the radiant that we have, that is our, physically, we can say that is the energy, the activity within us. And then on another realm beyond the physical, we can say that this is our aura, because our aura is something that comes from us, from outside of us. We have the mechanical element of energy, our movement, involuntary muscle, our heart and lungs, the breathing, the movement that we have voluntary, we have the voluntary ability, muscles, bones, we move these voluntarily, and then we have involuntary muscle. We have fission and fusion, that is the nuclear. And within us, it is, within us, the fission and fusion. Fission means the separateness of something, the polarity, if you will. The fusion, when you merge them together, then that's when we have the most power. It says when you merge something and fuse it together, that's where the power is. And then we have the thermal. That's the thermodynamic, where it says energy cannot be created or destroyed. However, it can be transformed. We are energy. We are all of the cement that we have within us. I just wanted to briefly touch on that because in order for us to understand the energy that we are, we need to understand the whole concept of it, okay? The elements of energy. Now, I already said that energy is the capacity to do the work and the ability to change things. Inside of us, energy, my acrostic if for energy is everything naturally engage, resonates, and gravitates toward the inside of you. That means that everything that we think of or anything that's on the outside of us, we bring it to us because of the energy that is within us. And that is that thought. When we practice our thought, how healthy is our thought? How happy is our thought? Does it help to raise or lower our vibration? And if it is, our thought is to lower that vibration, what polarity? Because we're not talking duality. Duality suggests that there is not separation, but there's more than one thing. We know that there's one energy, one love. There's polarity, the poles of the one energy, and the one energy is expressed in billions of ways. So everything naturally resonates towards the inside of us. And it resonates and gravitates towards the inside of us by the whole total of the elements of energy within us and our thought, because everything works together as one. There are, the components work independently per se, but they work intra-dependently. And at the forefront is that thought, the power of thought with the emotion and with the feelings, okay? With all of that and with that emotion and with the feeling, that's where the power comes in the thought. So it's a good thing to practice the energy inside of us and our universe, the elements of the energy, our aura, our energy that's within inside of us, the chakras, the meridians, the bodies, and things like that. We want to keep them balanced. And how do we keep them balanced? Well, the one thing that we must know a little bit of something about it. All right. So again, with everything naturally engaging, we definitely want to be mindful of the energy of our thought. Again, how healthy is that thought when we think it? How happy is that thought when we think it? Does it help us raise the vibration or does it lower? Now, of course, there are some times that our thought will lower our vibration because that's the humanness of us. But we also have a divine within us. That's why we are everything. We are energy, the capacity to do the work and the ability to change things. We are energy, human. We are human formed matter, and we are energy, that divine formless energy. With our aura, now inside of us is that energy that we bring towards us. Everything naturally engaged, resonates, and gravitates toward the inside of us. Now, how does that happen? Okay, how that happens is a unique resonating activity coming from inside of you, coming from inside of us. And what is that? That is, you see the round robinness of this thing? This is the energy that is within us, is creating that aura which comes outside of us, which then in turn bring that formed matter to us. You see, it's a simple process. Inside goes outside, and then we bring it. Electromagnetic. Now, within us, I had indicated that the chakras, there are 14 meridians. We're not going to get too much into that, but I just want to share, just like the elements of energy, we have the other part of energy, which is our meridians, which those are energy channels, okay? And then we have our chakras, which are these are centers of energy, and within those, the channels of energy and the centers of energy, we have the bodies. Okay, these are the 10 bodies that we have. Now, within these bodies, the chakras, then them in and of themselves, we have 7 major. Okay, we have 7 major chakras. We have 122 secondary chakras, and we have 21 minor. And again, these are centers of energy. Some people call them centers of consciousness. And all of the energy, the elements of energy, the centers of energy, the channels of energy, all of it is influenced by our thought. Within, before anything, there was a thought. Nothing, absolutely nothing comes before a thought. That's how powerful the thought is. And then I want to also share, because I mentioned emotion and feeling. There's a big difference. Emotion is the body sensation of what we experience. Our feeling is described by our thought. So it's one of those things. We can have a feeling like in our sacral chakra, which is we can see the navel. We can have an emotion in there, a discomfort, okay, a nervousness. Our okay, our thought is going to, I was going to go into the central nervous system. I'm not going to do that. Our thought is going to interpret, to understand what is that feeling, what is that emotion we are experiencing, and going to give it a name. The reason, okay, may be uncomfortable, maybe feeling discomfort in our sacral chakra because we are going into a meeting of some sort. Our thought interprets that discomfort as, oh, I'm uncomfortable because I'm going into this meeting. That's called emotional intelligence. So that's basically emotional intelligence. Okay, so for the base, okay, these are the basics for the 7 major chakras. At the very base of right at our hip area, underneath our stomach, our belly, is the base or the root chakra. This chakra is the foundation of our survival. It is connected with our instincts and our sense of smell. This is our animal, that animal part of our humanness. It is red in color, which red is protection and blood. Now, when this base chakra is weak, if it's unbalanced, then what we may feel ungrounded. We may be fearful because of our subsistence strategy. This is our physiological chakra, where if we don't have shelter or food and clothing, things like that, then we cannot move into a relationship. So the base chakra is our survival. That is the foundation. It is our first major chakra. And the first major chakra, the body that is connected with that is our soul body. Our soul body is that part of us where it says we need to use more heart than head. All the songs, they follow your heart. The dreams are in the heart. However, we're taught to be logical, use your head. Well, our soul body says, no, we should be using our heart. But what happens is, with the energy within us, we've got to learn how to trust our heart, not the surface area, just like the mantles of the heart, just like the earth, just like the mantles, deep, the nucleus of our heart, as the Egyptians said, that's where truth lies. So our soul body, and that's why our soul body is you hear people say our soul needs healing. And as a metaphysician, that's what we go towards. We look at the physical, 80% emotional soul, 20% physical, the attributables of dis-ease, disorder, condition, and syndrome. Well, the soul body is it that needs to be healed, because our soul body is so connected with our with our personality. At one time, that soul body was connected more with our spirit, However, just the mundanes of the earth and the life, we've brought that soul more closer to our personality, our ego, that, the you could say lower ego, the personality, the earth part of us, the human part of us. The soul is connected, and therefore it needs to be healed. We have the second chakra is our sacral, and that is what I was just sharing with you, our belly. It's also called the navel, and this is associated with our taste, the taste of something, emotional. It is our emotional chakra. It is that chakra, our creativity. The body that is connected, or the mind, it's really the mind that is connected with our sacral chakra, is the negative protective mind. Not all negative, as we were taught, is destructive or inharmonious. This negative protective, it's the one that protects us when that red light goes off and says, don't go left, go right, or don't go right, go left. That's our protective. Our negative protective body also is connected with our sense to belong. See, we have the energy within us, we have an innate need to belong. And when these two are weakened or unbalanced, that's we can kind of determine if they're unbalanced by our relationships. The relationships that our immediate relationships that we have within our sphere of influence. So if we're in a destructive relationship, or even a relationship that just does not serve us, or that is not nurturing to us, that's an indication that we need to work on our sacral and our negative protective mind. The next chakra is our solar plexus. That's our sight. And that is right in our solar plexus. That's our willpower. That's our will, and that's the will, and the will, the surrender versus the sacrifice and surrender, which is with the other ones as well. But it's our positive mind. That's our positive mind, how we are looking at something or judging something correctly, or if we're not judging something correctly. When we have a unbalanced or weakened state of solar plexus with this sight and positive mind, we are not seeing things correctly. We're more seeing the duality of things than the polarity of things, because polarity just simply means everything has an opposite. Everything has an opposite of the energy. Oh, I thought I turned that off. Everything has an opposite of the energy. All right. So with that, just one moment. With that, when this chakra is out of tune or weakened or unbalanced, our judgment will be off. We will be very judgmental, and we will be judgmental not only of self, but we're very judgmental of other people. The positive mind, and what I like to look at as far as positive mind, another word for positive mind will be grateful. When our solar plexus positive mind is unbalanced or weakened, we may not be as grateful as we can be. Okay. The next chakra is our heart. This is our touch. This is universal. Now, our sacral chakra is that eros. That is that romantic, the romantic experience of emotion and feelings. Okay. And one way to describe the feelings and emotions to identify is feelings deal with our humanness, and the feeling deals with our divine. Okay. That's one way that I also define the difference between feeling and emotion. Our heart chakra, which is three, is green, pink, and blue. And our heart is our touch. This is universal love. This is where we may feel grieving. When we lose someone that we love, within our heart, that's where we feel that pain. When we may break up with someone because of, a romantic relationship, we're going to feel that in our stomach, because that's where that energy is held. Okay. And I forget, our sacral chakra also holds on to old emotion too. So if there are times that we seem to be holding on to old emotion, we're not able to make decisions, because we make decisions, but they're based on our past decision making. That's the solar plexus, and the sacral is kind of out of tune, imbalanced, or weakened. Okay, so our heart is universal love, and it is connected with our neutral mind. Our neutral mind and our heart helps to balance the chakras above the heart and the chakras below the heart, and that is to balance them. When our heart chakra is unimbalanced or weakened, then at this point, this is where we may have issues with unforgiveness. And not only unforgiveness with others, more so unforgiveness with ourselves. This is the energy. So we're carrying bitterness, the energy of bitterness, which is the polarity of love, okay, and unforgiveness, which is the opposite of forgiveness. So when we're in that state, when we're feeling that state or experiencing that state, and sometimes, because I'm 67 years of age, and I've always heard the feeling. So forgive me if I interchange. I will try to correct myself as I'm going through this, because I'm learning too, okay, I've got to make this a habit. We know that to instill a habit takes actually 1,000 days. I mean, the 21 days, that's not what's happening. It takes 40 days just to even really identify with that habit. Our next chakra, which is our fifth, going upward, because our heart is here, is our throat chakra. This is our sound, and this is also our blueprint, how we express ourselves, okay? It is connected with our physical body. Our physical body is that how we move, how we express with our hands, how our overall expression of what we do. I was looking at one of the movies, Along Came a Spider, and one time the spider lady, the one who's behind the mastermind thing, and Morgan Freeman, the two stars, were in the living room, and she was saying they were engaging in in conversation, and she said, "Yeah, I know, we are what we do," and he said, "No, we do what we are." And that just stuck with me, because that it's the difference, as Mark Twain and one of the judges whom I love says in my other work, that's the difference between the lightning and the lightning bug. We do what we are. We do what we are, not necessarily we are what we do, because we are human and divine. What we do is going to represent more so our creed, our character, different things like that. So our throat chakra is our blueprint, what we came here to do. We all have one purpose, the same purpose. Let me say the same purpose, okay? And that purpose is to express the attributes of the Creator. It is to serve self and others. How we do it is that physical body. That's what makes us unique. But we all have the same purpose. And that's also, we came here to recognize, not only up here, but in here, the depth, the nucleus of our heart, that we are one with the universe, however you want to say it, and we're one with each other. There is one energy, one love. When our throat chakra is unbalanced or weakened in our physical body, we may find ourselves having the need to clear our throat. What that is sharing with us is that, okay, I need to be saying something to somebody. It could be even me, but I'm holding it in. And because I am I'm suppressing something, it needs to come out. So that's our throat chakra and the physical body. Our next major chakra is the brow, and that's the third eye. That's all above all the five senses. And our third eye, our brow, which is called the wisdom center as well, and is connected with the heart. All of them are connected, but it's the third eye, and it's the body is our arc line. That's that halo. That's that halo right close to our crown. Okay, that external formless energy that is the beginning of our aura. All right, when this area is not tuned or weakened, however you want to say it, then we experience confusion. We are also, different, we may find that while we're driving down the road, we keep getting caught up with red lights or something, or we may notice, may go to the bank and it seems like people just aren't as nice, because people are a reflection of where we are consciously at any given time, not necessarily their path. I mean, their behavior. So if we're running across people that seem to be rude and not as welcoming, then that they're a reflection of what's going on within us. And I always say, I've said that, it's never about the other person. That person, we are teachers. We're all teachers. We come in each other's lives to teach what to do and what not to do, and share with us where we're at a given time. So when this is weakened or not tuned, then we will experience confusion, and we have a sense of we don't know what we came here. We don't know. We're not understanding our natural talent, that gift that was imbued within us before we were even born. And then we have the crown. These are just all sensations, emotion, feelings, touch, smell, hear, see, all of that, sound, all of the emotions. It is our crown, and it is here. The body connected is the auric, this is the aura, okay? When our crown is not tuned, or if it's weakened or imbalanced with the auric body, then this is when we feel a separation with the universe. We feel a separation with each other. We are just out of sync we may even feel distant even within ourselves. Like, you just feel, you say something is just not right. I'm just feeling something is not right. It could be our crown chakra and auric body that just needs to be strengthened. And all of these, the 7 major chakra, like the meridians, the secondary, the minor, the bodies, all of these are working together. And when, just as well as when something is out of sync, that's just, what is that the polarity of? Being in sync. So it's a beautiful thing when we recognize, I call it subtle situational awareness. When we recognize the subtleties of what's going on within us, then we're able to, when you know better, we can do better. We have to know in order to grow. And a friend of mine, when she says grow to glow, and we have to know in order to grow to glow. Now, with the bodies, there's also the pranic. The pranic just means fearlessness. That is our 8th body, and it is connected with our base and also our solar plexus, okay? That's where we feel that we are fearless, that we, even in the midst of fear, we continue to do because we believe in who we are and what we have, the energy within us. And I wanted to share too that I forgot, the solar plexus, the positive mind, is also not thy will, not my will, thy will be done. So it's one of those when that is the part of us when we recognize that I know that the higher self of me has has for me my greatest good. I call it the ego, I can't think of it now, okay, I can't think of. I have an acronym for ego, but it's escaped my mind right now. But that's the pranic body, and then the subtle body. That's our ninth chakra, and that I'm sorry, not the ninth chakra, the ninth body, and that is our subtle body. That situational, subtle situational awareness. This is in this area where we're able to notice the blessings that come to us. We're able to notice that that peripheral vision, that did I see something, that we're able to take note of things that come our way, and we actually see it, we actually know it. Like I said, those miracles that really happens all the time, every day. As a matter of fact, I don't remember who said it, but someone had said, when we don't experience miracles in a day, that's the off kilter, because that's the rarity, because we experience miracles every single day. It's when we are tuned with our subtle body, that subtle situational awareness, when we are aware. When we are aware, we're aware of that, remember that dream, where we're able to decipher and interpret and just have that knowing. That's our subtle body. Then, of course, the opposite of that would be the opposite of what I just said. Okay, the radiant body, that's that radiant, almost like the radiant with the aura, that's on the inside of us. That radiant also with the chemical, the elements of energy. Then we have the command center. That is the master of it. Like Maslow said, that self-actualization, when we, even in the continuum or our self-recovery, because that's a lifelong journey, our command center, when we get to that point, that self-actualization, that's when we are able to command the different chakras and the meridians and the bodies within us. We are able to command when we're thinking, when we know that we need to be thinking heart, heart, and thinking from with our heart, from our heart, then our head. We pay attention to those signs. We know that it is thy will be done. We have a balance within our heart chakra. Our sound, the resonance of our voice, and what we're doing, and our unique way of expressing the attributes of the Creator, of serving self and others. We have a command on this. We know how to do this. The arc line, we understand all of these things. The command center is not necessarily that physical maneuvering, but it's also that spiritual, that understanding, because the command center is in balance with the yin yang, the feminine masculine energy. In other words, the feminine energy is understanding and manifestation, and our masculine energy is knowing and the knowledge and the ideas. We may have knowledge, and we may have knowledge of something and know how something happens, but until we get an understanding, we cannot manifest it. Like me, I know that there's such a thing as trigonometry, and I know that there are ideas in trigonometry. However, I have no understanding of the concepts of trigonometry. Therefore, I don't know how to do it, so I do not know how to manifest solving a problem in trigonometry, in the math of the trigonometry. Okay, so that's what that means. Those our bodies. Now, even the name, I just want to share, everything is energy, absolutely everything. And everything that is energy, which is, again, that capacity to do the work and the ability to change things. It consists of velocity, speed, frequency, how often, and the measure. That is the vibration, the highs and the low, okay? Or the middle. There's a Dr. David Hawkins in Human Consciousness. He put numerical value, which is what a vibration is, because everything is math. Everything is math. And the low vibration is regret. And then the high vibration is joy and enlightenment. And within these, within this vibration, even our name is a part of who we are and carries that inside energy. And for instance, I just have the name equation. These are just the vowels. You know, see if your first name begins with one of these vowels. See if this is you. A, we thrive for independence and strive to pioneer. E, freedom and expansion. It's so very clear. I, the natural humanitarian we are. O, our love is like a cosmic star. U, creativity and self-expression. Y, you got to analyze before to recognize. Okay, this is so very important as well. It's called numerical vibration equation. And even, you know, with all of our name and our date of birth has an essence. It is essential to the part of our being here on this earth. Everything is energy and everything is connected. Now, with the energy within us, the personal, I want to get with the personal energy that we need to understand too, is that with our name and who we are, there is, I call it a karmic debt. And that karmic debt is either we don't feel we know enough, which is confidence, that imposter syndrome. We are in a perpetual regret, which is guilt. And then also that not deserving, because we're in a perpetual meaning it's always, it's constant. It's a constant regret of always regretting something, always regretting the past, not being able to get out of the past, regret. And then that is as Dr. Hawkins says, that is a low vibration of regret. That is the lowest of the vibration that we can vibe with. And then we have the not worthy. Now, this is that no self-forgiveness. And when we are not forgiving of ourselves, that's that lower vibration as well. So these, and I call them karmic debt only because with the universal law of cause and effect and correspondence, what we put out here, again, from our energy, from our everything naturally engage and resonates towards us, from our energy through our aura, what goes out, it comes back. That's the universal law of correspondence and cause and effect. That's all that is. The debt is because we owe ourselves so much more, because we are just a vibrant, a kaleidoscope of beauty, because we are created in this image of perfection, because we are human and divine. Now, how to raise our vibrations, which when we raise our vibrations, what are we doing? We are strengthening our meridians. And there are techniques for that. You know, I'll have a class or something for that as well, but this is different. We're talking about the chakra, but I would be remiss if I did not mention these things. So to raise our vibration, when we raise our vibration, like I said, Einstein said, you know, if you want, you know, you raise the frequency to the reality that you want, you're going to get it. Now, that is raising our vibration, is also strengthening our meridians, strengthening our chakras, strengthening our bodies, okay? Strengthening our aura. And how to raise that vibration, one way is to keep our vagus nerve. Our vagus nerve, which is attached to our parasympathetic, that rest, digest, that is a supreme leader of keeping us calm. And a way to keep our vagus nerve happy, it starts in our head and it goes down to our side, all the way down to below our belly. So it goes right to our base chakra, is to sing. These are simple things. To sing, to chant, to laugh. One of the best ways to keep that vagus nerve stimulated and happy and healthy is to laugh. Laughter, laugh at least, I mean, you know, find that we are laughing at least 3 times a day. Laughing. Gentle, deep breathing helps to raise our vibration. And the breathing, you know, the gentle breathing. Singing Singing helps to laugh. I mean, to raise our vibration. And I also said laughter. Practicing gratitude, there is definite latitude in that gratitude that raises our vibration so very much. And also accepting the all of you. Yes, we have shadow thought, absolutely. We have things that we want to change about ourselves. That's called, when we want to improve. But there's no reason why we cannot love every single aspect of our energy while we are improving ourselves. That is one of the ways to keep us healthy. No regret, just loving. If I have extra weight on me and I want to lose weight, I love it. I love what I got while I got it, and I'll work at losing weight if that's what I choose, or if I want to gain weight, whatever it is. But accept the all of you, accept the thoughts that come into our mind, accept it, and then just like that limited belief and that what I call karmic debt. Once we recognize that and say, okay, this is what I have, okay, let me embrace him or her and love on him or her, because that's the human part of me. But now I also know that there's a divine part of me. So I can put that limited belief, that karmic debt, in its place. I can embrace her from time to time and everything, but at times when I need to get busy with stuff, I put it, say, okay, you go over there and you chill right there, because I've got to tap into this. It's all about, that's the command center too. The command center is not like everything is so perfect and everything. No, it is being able to command, to say, okay, and gently, lovingly, it is to command. We are able to love ourselves, all of us, with who we are, as we go on about the self-recovery journey of self-improving and sharing our life with others. Then also energy medicine techniques. So I'd like to share at the conclusion of this, like to share this energy medicine technique with you. All right, this one, forgive me, I must have a little cold a little bit. This one here, this energy technique, what we're going to do, you're going to put your hands over your eyes, and you're going to rub to your temple, and then go around your ear all the way down to your neck, to your chest. This is called a triple warmer smoothie. This is one of the meridians, okay? What this does, it keeps stress at bay. It keeps stress at bay. And then what you're doing also is you're touching on your vagus nerve. Remember when I said your vagus nerve, you have the nerves going down your neck. So what you do, and gently over your eyes, okay? So you're starting at your third eye, and you're just going to go wipe over here. Once you get past your eyes, go deeper, okay, to your temple. Go all the way down to there. And then with the proper breathing, breathe in, exhale as you're breathing out. And then when that's done, just breathe some more. Breathe in and exhale all the way down. And you can do that 3 to 6 times. That helps keep that stress at bay. And like I said, it also helps, it's going to help, because what is our parasympathetic, that vagus nerve? What it does, it sends a signal to our brain to that message, transmit that message that we are calm, we are safe, everything is okay. All right. The next one, this is called the zip up. Now you want to start underneath your belly at your groin. And what you're doing is you're just moving your hand. You can use both or one. You're moving your hands all the way up to your bottom lip, okay? What you're doing is you're touching on the central meridian, which is here, and then you're also activating the chakras, which are along the base of the spine, the 7 major along the base of the spine, okay? And what you're doing, you're just going up, okay? Go all the way up. And then stop here. When you stop, you can either have your eyes closed or open, but what you're doing is you are pretending that you are locking in and then throwing away the key. What this does, this is called the zip up. You are zipping up. And what you're doing, you are increasing confidence in yourself. And also this helps us look at things objectively, because like Don Miguel Ruiz in the Four Agreements, when he said one of the Four Agreements is don't take things personal. So even Paramahansa Yogananda had said how God is impersonal, and I never understood what that meant, but that just meant that our spirit is not affected by this earth mundane. Our spirit is not personal. When we get stressed and fear things, is because we take things personal. We take them personal. So the zip up helps us to look at things objectively. And what I said, you just go all the way up, and you can do this throughout the day. Stop at your lower lip, and then pretend like you're locking it and throwing away the key, because you are locking in that confidence, and you are locking in that looking at things objectively. All right. So I pray that this is the end of your own universe, the energy inside. Just a little bit. I'm Dr. Anita C. Powell, mom and grandma, and I am a practicing metaphysical educator. I have been practicing metaphysics since the 1980s. I've been a numerical vibration equation specialist practitioner since the 1980s. I'm the founder of the Tap Into You Movement, LLC, Empowerment Through Spoken Word Poetry Foundation, Tap Into You, and I got Creative Thought Academy, Poetry and Music Publishing. All right, if you have any questions that you'd like to reach me, my email address is my email address is tapintoyou. So that is TAP, the letter N, the number 2, YOU at gmail.com. My website is www. Well, you guys know my website because you're on it now. All right. See, these videos go different places. Okay. So this is, well, if you're not on the website, that's okay. If you're not on the website, my website is www.anitacpowell.org. That's www.anitacpowell.org. And my telephone number is area code 313-605-8220. And if it's international, the 1 goes into that. And there's, we can't see the email address, but that's TAP, the letter N, the number 2, YOU at gmail.com. And I truly, truly pray that this information was not only entertaining for you, but it was also informative and inspiring and uplifting. And again, if you have any questions about anything that I had that I shared with you, please feel free to get in touch with me, and I'm happy to answer any questions. If you need consultation, anything like that, just let me know. All right. So we know that the journey in self-recovery is absolutely beautiful. And I hope you know Soul Beautiful, both he and she, so are you. So we are touching on that trust that we are human and divine. And within our imperfection, absolutely rests perfection. All you got to do is tap into it. All right. So as you tap into you, I tap into me, we tap into we, because we know there's one love, one energy. All right. And we are connected with each other. Blessings, peace, and love. And thank you again. Thank you again. Take care.